Righto, so today we're looking at factorising expressions, and this is for the 5.2 pathway. So factorising, we've talked about it before, we've done the 5.1 content, so we're looking at factorising. We've already talked about how it's the opposite of expanding, and I use the old adage that it's putting the brackets back in. We need to find a common factor, highest common factor preferably, but a common factor. So sometimes it's a number. In this case, with 2x, our common factor is 2. Could be a pronumeral, a letter. In this case, it's x. Or it could be both. In this case, we've got 2x. 2 and x from here, and divide that by 2 and x to get that x out the front. So, factorised expression, we can also work out, we can check our answers with this one by expanding. So 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times 5 is 10x. And if I had a look at the previous slide, we'll see that I've factorised it properly and I've got the same answer when I expanded it. So, finding the highest common factor, we need to find something that goes into both numbers. So I've got 8 and 6. I know that 2 is going to go into both of those numbers. And I know that I've got A and A, so A is in both of those. So my highest common factor is 2A. Finding the highest common factor in this case, we've got 3 and 6. 3 goes into both those numbers, so I've got my 3. I've got x squared, and I've got an x, so that means that x is a common factor as well. So that's how we find our highest common factor. We look for things that are the same in both parts of both expressions. So in this one, we're looking to factorise it. We've got two numbers, we've got 16 and 40. 16 is 4 fours and 40 is 10 fours, so I'm going to pull a common factor of 4 out. I could probably pull 8 as well. In fact, we might do that very quickly in a sec, but we'll pull our common factor of 4 out. 40 divided by 4 is 10, minus 16 divided by 4 is 4b. Now, I know I can factorise that further because I can see that this number and this number both go into each other. So to factorise it more fully, I'm going to take my common factor and make it 8 instead. So 40 divided by 8 gives me 5, and 16 divided by 8 gives me 2, so I've got 2b, and my brackets are there. Just to check it, 8 times 5 gives me 40, 8 times 2 gives me 16b, and my negative stays the same. I've checked my answer just to make sure that I've got it right. The best thing about factorising, we can go back and check our answer relatively easily. In this one here, we've got 8x squared and 12x. So I'm thinking that I might pull out a common factor of 4 for the number, and I'm going to be a little bit cheeky. I'm going to call it minus 4. That gets rid of both of those negatives. I've got x in both of them, so I'm going to take the x out as well. 8x divided by that gives us 2 and an x. And 12 divided by negative 4x gives me positive 3. So having factorised it, I'm going to go through and I'm going to do my multiplications to check that I've got it right. 4x times 2 is minus 8x squared. Minus 4x times 3 gives me minus 12x. And since this one and this one agree, I know I've got that question right. It's very important to check your answers. It comes in really handy when you're in a test. Sometimes we've got binomial factors. So in this case, looking at our highest common factor, we've got x plus y in both of them. So that becomes our highest common factor. So we pull our x plus y out the front, and we just collect up whatever we're left with. X plus y times, we've got 3 plus x. Now these are a little bit, can be tricky. We'll start off with some nice easy ones and we'll see how we go. Getting to one that's not as tricky. This one here, we've got our common factor again, is the stuff in the brackets. So we're going to pull that out the front, 7 minus 2x, and put it in brackets because we're going to need to hold all that together. And we've got one lot of it here. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to give it a number. We're going to put a 1 there, little number 1. So we've now got one lot of this, take away X lots of this. So in our brackets, what we can do is we've got a 1, and we've got take away X. Now we can go through and we can check our answer if we want to expand the entire thing. That's more than we know how to do that now, and we could do that. Having a look at the enrichment stuff, life gets really interesting. In this one, we're actually given a bit of a hint. So we were given a hint in the question. We were told that this part here and this part here are almost exactly the same. So we can make those two things exactly the same if we multiply by -1 times -1 on this side. Now, when we multiply by a factor of -1, what we end up with, x minus 4, multiply this one by -1, so we're pulling a factor of -1 out the side, out here, so it becomes -3, and we change all the signs, so we end up with x minus 4. The 4 was positive, it's now negative. X was negative, it's now positive. Once we've done that, thanks to our little tip, we've now got two parts that are exactly the same, so we're going to pull those out as a common factor. So x minus 4 comes out the front, and we collect up what's left. We've got an x, and we've got -3. So it's all just a matter of collecting up what we have. And next one, same kind of idea. So we're going to change this one here around to a positive, or we're going to multiply by -1, so we're going to change this to a positive x, and we're going to change the signs in each of these, so we get 3 minus x. So now that we've done that, we pull our common factor out, 3 minus x, and we collect up whatever's left over. So we've got -4 plus x. And you'll usually see this written as 3 minus x, x minus 4. Just because having a leading negative, it's easier if we don't. And that'll do us for today. Have a good day, and best of luck when you factor.